In an upscale restaurant, a billionaire's careless insult toward a black waitress spiraled into a stunning moment when her sharp response unraveled a $3.5 billion deal, leaving the CEO speechless and his empire shaken. The evening was busy at La Belle Etoile, an upscale restaurant in Manhattan known for its exclusivity and clientele of power brokers. Nia Williams, a 29-year-old black waitress, moved efficiently through the dining room. Her tray balanced with precision as she served plates of seared scallops and glasses of vintage Bordeaux. Nia had worked at La Belle for 2 years, her warm smile and quick wit earning her respect from colleagues and regulars alike. She was studying for her MBA part-time at NYU, juggling shifts to pay tuition. But to the patrons, she was just another server in a crisp white shirt and black apron. At a corner table sat Victor Langston, a 52-year-old billionaire CEO of Apex Dynamics, a tech conglomerate specializing in AI infrastructure. Langston, a white man with slick back hair and a tailored suit, was known for his sharp tongue and impatience. He was dining with Elena Martinez, the lead negotiator for Solaris Group, a European firm on the verge of signing a $3.5 billion contract to integrate Apex's AI systems into their global network. The deal was critical for Langston, who'd spent months positioning Apex as the leader in the AI market. Martinez, a poised woman in her 40s, sat across from him, reviewing contract terms on her tablet. Nia approached their table with a fresh bottle of wine, her movements practiced and unobtrusive. "Excuse me, sir, ma'am," she said, presenting the bottle. "Your 2015 Chateau Margaux, as requested." Langston barely glanced at her, waving a hand dismissively. "Just pour it and go. We're in the middle of something important." Nia nodded, uncorking the bottle and filling their glasses with care. As she turned to leave, Langston's voice cut through. "Wait, this isn't the 15 Margaux. I ordered the 12. Can't you read the label?" Nia paused, checking the bottle. "I'm sorry, sir, but you ordered the 2015. I can double-check with the sommelier if you'd like." Langston's face reddened, his tone sharp. "Don't argue with me. You're a waitress, not a wine expert. Just do your job, or are you too stupid to get that right?" The words hung in the air, drawing glances from nearby tables. Martinez looked up from her tablet, her expression tightening. Nia's jaw clenched, but she kept her voice steady. "I understand, sir. I'll get the 2012 Margaux right away." As Nia turned toward the kitchen, Martinez spoke, her voice calm but firm. "Hold on, Ms. Williams. I'd like to hear your response to that." Nia stopped, turning back. She met Martinez's gaze, then Langston's. "With all due respect, sir, I'm not stupid. I've been serving here for 2 years, and I know the wine list better than most. You ordered the 2015, but if you prefer the 2012, I'll make it happen. My job is to ensure you have a good experience, and I take that seriously." Langston scoffed, leaning back in his chair. "You take it seriously? You're pouring drinks, not curing cancer. Know your place." Martinez's eyes narrowed, and she set her tablet down. "Mr. Langston, I think you owe Ms. Williams an apology. That was uncalled for." Langston's smirk faltered, but he doubled down. "An apology? For what?" "She's a waitress. I'm closing a $3.5 billion deal here. She's lucky to be in the same room." Nia stood her ground, her voice measured but unwavering. "I may be a waitress, but I'm also a graduate student at NYU, studying business strategy. I've analyzed deals like yours in my coursework, and for what I've overheard, your AI integration plan has a flaw. Your data privacy protocols don't meet EU regulations. Solaris could face fines upward of 500 million euros if they sign without addressing that." The table went silent. Martinez's eyes widened, and she leaned forward. "What did you say?" Nia hesitated, aware of the eyes on her, but unwilling to back down. "I heard you discussing the contract terms. Apex's AI system relies on a data-sharing framework that doesn't comply with GDPR. The EU's been cracking down on violations since 2023. If Solaris integrates your system without a full audit, they're exposed to massive penalties." Langston's face flushed with anger. "You're eavesdropping on my meeting? Who do you think you are?" Martinez raised a hand, silencing him. No, Mr. Langston. I want to hear this. Ms. Williams, how do you know about GDPR? Nia took a breath, her confidence growing. My MBA program covers international business law. I wrote a paper on GDPR compliance for tech firms last semester. Apex's public filings show you prioritize speed to market over regulatory alignment. It's a risk Solaris can't afford. Martinez studied Nia for a moment, then turned to Langston. Is this true? Have you audited your system for GDPR compliance? Langston opened his mouth, then closed it, his confidence shaken. We have teams working on that. It's not an issue. Martinez's expression hardened. Not an issue? A €500 million fine is a very big issue, Mr. Langston. If Ms. Williams is correct, and I suspect she is, this deal is off until you can prove compliance. Langston's eyes darted to Nia, his voice low. You're going to take the word of a waitress over me? Martinez stood, gathering her tablet and coat. I'm taking the word of someone who clearly understands the stakes better than you do. This meeting is over. Solaris will not proceed with Apex until we see a full compliance report. The restaurant buzzed with whispers as Martinez walked out, leaving Langston alone at the table. He stared at Nia, his face a mix of shock and fury. Do you have any idea what you've done? He hissed. Nia met his gaze, unflinching. I did my job, sir. I served you and I spoke the truth. If you need the 2012 Margot, I'll have it brought out. Langston didn't respond. He tossed a $100 bill on the table and stormed out, his phone already to his ear as he barked orders to his team. The other diners watched, some whispering, others nodding in approval. The restaurant manager, a woman named Claire, approached Nia, her expression of mixed concern and admiration. You okay, Nia? Nia nodded, adjusting her apron. I'm fine. Just another night. Claire shook her head. That was more than just another night. You just tanked a billionaire's deal. How do you know all that about GDPR? Nia shrugged, a small smile tugging at her lips. I pay attention, and I study hard. By the next morning, the story had spread. A customer who'd overheard the exchange post about it online, and the post went viral, praising the waitress who outsmarted the CEO. Reporters reached out to La Belle Etoile, but Nia declined interviews, focusing on her studies and her shifts. Solaris Group issued a statement confirming they'd paused negotiations with Apex, citing regulatory concerns. Apex's stock dropped 8% in a single day, wiping out billions in market value. Langston faced intense scrutiny from his board, who demanded answers about the compliance oversight. He issued a public apology for his behavior at the restaurant, though it did little to quell the backlash. Nia, meanwhile, received a call from Martinez a week later. Ms. Williams, Martinez said, Solaris is impressed with your insight. We'd like to offer you a consultancy role to review our tech partnerships. Are you interested? Nia accepted, balancing the role with her studies. The incident became a turning point, not just for her career, but for how she saw herself. She'd stood up to a billionaire, not with anger but with knowledge, and in doing so, she'd changed the course of a multi-billion-dollar deal. For those who'd witnessed it, Nia's moment at La Belle Etoile was a reminder that intelligence and integrity could shift the balance of power, no matter who stood in the room.